I bet you didn't realize that the key to improving your sleep is actually found in your diet. It's true, and that's because there are a handful of key vitamins your body needs to really get the best sleep possible. So I'm gonna go over what they are, how they work, and how you can easily get enough to ensure a good night's sleep. First up, let's talk about vitamin D. Now, this is the one that my doctor always recommends I take as a supplement because I live in the Pacific Northwest, and if you can see right behind me, it's dark and rainy like 9 months out of the year. Now, of course, this is the vitamin we often try to get from sunlight. But research shows that the #1 source of vitamin D is your food. You can find substantial amounts of vitamin D in things like fatty fish and fish oils. So think here like salmon, canned tuna, even swordfish. Dairy products are another great source. They're an excellent source of calcium for sure, but vitamin D can also be found in egg yolks, milk, and things like yogurt. Even non-dairy alternatives like soy and almond milk can boost your vitamin D. Now, how does this vitamin actually help with your sleep? Well, first, research indicates that a deficiency of vitamin D is linked to shorter sleep duration as well as poor sleep quality. And vitamin D is also a key regulator of our circadian rhythms. Now that phrase, circadian rhythms, this is what regulates our sleep-wake cycle. This is responsible for making sure we can fall asleep and then wake up sort of in sync to the sun and the environment around us. Now, researchers have found that vitamin D may activate 2 circadian clock genes, which in turn helps control the health of our internal rhythm. Now, of course, sunlight is one of the easiest ways to get vitamin D and then regulate your circadian rhythm. Just make sure, if you're not living in the Pacific Northwest, you're getting plenty of time outside and getting plenty of sunshine. One other quick thing about vitamin D as well is that research has found that a lack of vitamin D can worsen symptoms of sleep apnea, like snoring and frequent wake-ups. If you're someone who has sleep apnea, getting enough vitamin D can, at the very least, abate some of the severity of those symptoms. Next up, let's talk about vitamin E, which is a nutrient that's found in things like nuts and seeds, spinach, broccoli, and oils made from wheat germ, corn, and soybean. This is an interesting one because vitamin E is thought to help with things like memory, hormones, and even sleep apnea. Research found that vitamin E protects the health and function of the brain because it has antioxidant properties. In fact, we found a study from 2012 that showed an increased vitamin E level reduced memory loss in sleep-deprived rats. Other research has shown that when you have healthy levels of vitamin E, it can protect testosterone production from the effects of sleep deprivation. And just like vitamin D, proper levels of vitamin E can also help a little bit with symptoms of sleep apnea. In fact, research has found that people with sleep apnea often have low levels of vitamin E, and proper levels of vitamin E can help improve breathing and sleep quality. The good news is that vitamin E is available in foods that are great for snacking, like nuts and seeds, as I said. I am a big fan of pistachios. They're an easy snack around our house, and they're a great way to add a little more vitamin E to my overall diet. Let's talk about vitamin C. This is the vitamin my parents wanted me to get when I was a kid. I'd drink my orange juice, take my Flintstone vitamin C tablets. You know, vitamin C is the one that boosts our immune system. We know vitamin C is certainly found in citrus fruits like my childhood OJ, but it's also found in things like broccoli and cauliflower, kale, spinach, peppers, and even things like strawberry and kiwis. Research indicates that vitamin C is incredibly helpful with things like your sleep quality, your memory function, and sleep apnea. People with lower levels of vitamin C have been linked to having shorter sleep duration. And research has also found that people with insufficient vitamin C have more nightly disturbances and an increased risk for sleep disorders. But vitamin C can also be a major boost to your memory. You probably know this, but when we're sleep deprived, our memories don't quite, what was I saying? Oh, memories don't quite work the way that they're supposed to. Vitamin C acts as a hedge against some of that memory loss from sleep deprivation. And the good news is that this is an easy add to what you already cook or eat on a daily basis. You can add those leafy greens and veggies to smoothies or soups, or you can make a great stir fry. Finally, B vitamins are super important. Think here about B6 and B12 specifically. Now let's talk about B6. You can find B6 in foods like bananas and carrots, spinach, even potatoes. Dairy products like milk, egg, and cheese also have B6, and even some whole grains and some fish. The cool thing about B6 is that research shows it's been connected to improved dream recollection, but also it helps with the production of serotonin, and that is the hormone that controls your mood. And it also contributes to the production of melatonin, which is the hormone that helps regulate your sleep. So B6 is this great nutrient that not only helps regulate your sleep, but it also regulates your serotonin, and that can help lower your risk for things like depression. It's important to note that a high level of B6 can be toxic, and it can also be linked to insomnia. This is one of those vitamins that has like a Goldilocks zone. Before you dive in and start taking a B6 supplement, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor. The final vitamin is B12. B12 is a key vitamin to regulate your sleep-wake cycle by keeping your circadian rhythm in sync. This also supports your overall cardiovascular health and your brain function, and just like B6, it helps lower your risk for depression. So it's a really key foundational vitamin for your body. Now, vitamin B12 deficiency can often lead to fatigue. In fact, some research even indicates that a low vitamin level could be linked or could be the cause of insomnia. Now, we should add that the research on this is still unsettled. Still, we think that if you're suffering from insomnia, getting some blood work to determine whether you're getting sufficient nutrients is a really good place to start. Ideally, we'd be getting all of these vitamins directly from our food. But if you live in the United States and you eat a pretty standard American diet, you will likely struggle to get all of the vitamins that you need. So it makes sense that you'd reach for supplements. Do us a favor and please talk to your doctor before taking any supplements. Your doctor is going to want to determine what quantity is safe for you, but also ensure that what you're buying are quality supplements. There's a lot of garbage out there. Eating a balanced diet with plenty of fresh foods is a great place to start, and it's gonna go a long way toward improving your sleep. And hey, wouldn't you know it, we have a specific video that highlights some specific foods you can add to your diet today, right here. And the best part is that each of the foods we mentioned in the video contains several vitamins, kind of a two birds with one stone situation. You might find that eating these foods leads to not just better sleep, but overall better health too. That's it for this one, everyone. Thanks for watching. Sleep well.